Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our last class lecture for EDEC 342. This is for April 22nd, 2020. And it won't actually be a class lecture. We'll be walking through just some final thoughts for our class. Your kid watching reports were due as of April 21st, 11:59 p.m. Grades for kid watching will be posted by May 1st. I anticipate that everyone will have their grades long before May 1st, but what I am doing is I am grading them in the order that they're submitted. So there may be some people who have their grades, say, at the end of this week, where some others may have their grades posted for kid watching during the weekend, and then others at the beginning of next week. So yes, so depending upon how they're submitted, that will be the order that they're graded. If you do not have a kid watching grade in Blackboard or chalk and wire by May 1st, please feel free to email me at sacollins@richland2.org, the email address on your syllabus. Quiz 2. You all know that we took quiz 1, most of you at least, prior to this extended period that we have been in an e-learning setting. And so for quiz 2, you all will be exempt. No one will have to take quiz 2 or submit anything. And since your averages are out of 100 points, you will see 5 points in Blackboard for quiz 2. And so that way we can make sure that when your grades are averaged, that the average is accurate. So, but there is nothing else that you need to submit concerning the second quiz that would have been worth 5 points. Makeup work. So if you did not take quiz 1, or you have an assignment or something that is missing, so please look carefully at your grades. Make sure that all of your grades are up to date to this point. Now, if you had an assignment that you submitted late or something of that nature, you may not have a grade, but just make sure that it's showing that it's submitted. I'm going to grade all assignments that were submitted after the deadline at one time. So if you have a missed quiz or a missed assignment, if you look under the assignments tab in Blackboard, you will see an assignment listed as makeup work. Anyone that is missing a grade can submit the makeup work, whether it's a quiz grade or otherwise, and it is worth up to 5 points. That assignment should be submitted via Blackboard by April 29th, 11:59 p.m. Everyone has a final reflection that needs to be completed as stated in the syllabus and represented on the schedule. And we know that the schedule has had to be modified due to our present virtual learning modifications that we've had to make. So here are some points to consider as you are drafting or finalizing your final reflection. Your final reflection is worth 10 points. It needs to represent your original work and developed by you and you alone. Some of the key questions that need to be answered. You need to discuss in writing, what have you learned this semester and how have you grown and or changed in what you know and understand when it comes to working with young children ages 3 through 8. Your responses should articulate at least 3 of any of the following: theories, readings, videos, tasks, or anything else that we completed during our time together in 342. And you need to explain clearly how that theory, reading, video, task, etc., has informed your work with young children and your future work with young children. You also need to discuss the role of culturally relevant pedagogy in your future work with young children. Here is the format. You should use a Times New Roman 12-point font. It should be double-spaced with 1-inch margins and a maximum of 2 pages. If you are able to articulate the answers to these questions in a clear and concise manner, and it is shorter than 2 pages, that is fine, but you will be given credit according to how well you articulate what you have learned, how you have grown, or how your thinking has changed, or what has been added on to what you already knew, and that you reference theories, readings, videos, tasks, and other learning experiences directly related to 342, and also addressing the role of culturally relevant pedagogy. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. And if we need to speak by phone, please leave me a good number to reach you. And remember to email me at sacollins@richland2.org as referenced in the syllabus. Final thoughts. I want to say that you all have been a great group of students to have. And I wish you well as you move forward in your journey as a pre-service teacher and into your professional teaching as well. I hope that all that you have learned this semester will build upon what you've learned in last semesters and also propel you forward into your future work with young children. If you need anything as you go through this process, please feel free to reach out. Of course, you can contact me by email, and then we can chat by phone or connect in some other means. But I am more than happy to help you, whether it's you're developing lessons and you may need a resource or two that maybe you haven't thought of, or something of that nature. Please feel free to call upon me. I am more than happy to help. And you never know. I may see you at Jackson Creek or in some other educational institution as you continue your work with young children. So I wish you well. If you need anything, feel free to contact me. And I look forward to finalizing your work, reading your final reflections, and also reading your kid watching narratives. Take care.